Hey, this is Dr. Dunaway with Chiro Strength, and today is vlog 1 in a series of vlogs that I'm going to do that's kind of documenting my training and lead up to my first half marathon. So, not a big fan of running for myself. I'd prefer doing weightlifting or calisthenics or gymnastics from a standpoint of exercise, but I know that endurance is a hole in my training, and I'm trying to kind of help with that. So, for better or for worse, my beautiful girlfriend signed us up for my first half marathon in April in Nashville, Tennessee. My goals with this is going to be sub 2 hour, 9-ish minute miles. But to start off with, here's what I'm going to do. I know I can at least run 2 miles because that's what I do with my dog, and that's because so she doesn't tear up my house. I got to get some energy out of her. So I'm just going to run 2 miles and see what my heart rate is with that. I'm going to use the Garmin chest strap to kind of monitor that heart rate real time. I'm going to try and stay in my goal is to stay within 140 to 145, maximum 150 heart rate when I do this. So I'm going to my pace is going to be judged on what my heart rate is. Just to kind of get a baseline, I'm just going to run 2 miles at a pace that I feel like is comfortable and see what that heart rate is. And then from there, I'm either going to quicken that pace or decrease that pace, trying to stay within that 140 to 145, maybe 150 heart range. The reason I picked that range is the 180 rule Dr. Phil Maffetone kind of came up with. If you want to read about it and kind of see how to use that formula to target your heart rate to make sure you're training in aerobic and not leaking over to anaerobic, you can kind of follow the link that I'll put in the description below. And you can do your own calculations. My goal with this is to really train aerobically, conditioning, and not leak over to that anaerobic. I don't want to burn my muscle and eat up my muscle when I'm training for this. So minimal effective dose. I never want to increase. So the amount of miles I put on the road, I don't want that to ever equal more than a half marathon's worth of miles in 1 week. So if I do a long run and it's an 8 or 9 mile run, I'm probably going to run 1 time a week, maybe a 1 or 2 mile run aside from that. But every time I run, I'm going to supplement that the same day with some kettlebell conditioning. So if I run 2 miles in the morning, I'll do 20 minutes, 18 to 20 minutes at that 9-minute, keeping in mind that 9-minute pace. If I'm doing 2 miles, I'm going to take that pace over to kettlebell training and do swings on the minute every minute, trying to keep that heart rate at 140 to 145. And so I don't know how many swings that's going to be. I'll try to see how many swings, as much swings as I can possibly get, maintaining that heart rate. And so that's going to kind of be my conditioning. I'll kind of talk a little bit about what I'm doing for recovery, stretching, and other strength work on days that I'm not doing running and conditioning, and then see how it works. I treat a lot of knee issues, hip issues, foot issues when it comes to endurance athletes. So I'm really trying to see how I can supplement my own training and my own philosophies into this training for a half marathon so we can do it injury-free. Keep in mind this is not performance-based. If you are a competitive triathlete, hopefully you'll be able to take some pearls away from our core training and stability training that we use on days where I'm not doing conditioning. But this is not going to be a program to make you run a world record half marathon or full marathon or get you into the Olympic team of the triathletes. This will be a good way for you to, if this is your first triathlon or you're having issues and injuries with running and you want to keep running, this will be perfect for you. So I hope you come along for the ride. If you have any questions, you can comment below. Email me at drdunaway@chirostrength.com. Find us on Instagram, Chiro Strength on Instagram, Chiro Strength on Facebook. I'm usually pretty good at getting back to any questions. And like I always say, don't just mend, transcend. Thanks, guys.